The New York Knicks have undoubtedly been one of the biggest surprises in this crazy NBA season, but in particular, their breakout star Julius Randle. To say that Julius Randle has been putting the league on notice lately is an absolute understatement. And today, we will be discussing how he got to the level he's at now, how it will impact this Knicks team, and if Julius Randle is truly making a case for the most valuable player this season. But as always, if you end up enjoying the content, it would be absolutely clutch if you subscribed if you're new and join the Woods crew, because we're out here posting quality videos daily, and if you enjoy this one, you will not want to miss any of the others. But with that being said, let's just get right into Julius Randle and the surprise Knicks season that just keeps on getting better and better as we continue to progress. It has honestly been amazing to see the amount of success that Julius Randle has brought to this Knicks team. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but the start of Randle's career was basically the polar opposite of how it is now, being that he broke his leg in his first ever NBA game and missed the rest of the year. Now, even though this was one of the worst things that could have happened to Julius Randle at the time, looking back, it brought him exactly to where he is today, and who knows how different things would be if it wasn't for the devastating injury that he faced. But regardless, at the time I'm making this video, Julius Randle is balling out at such a high level I couldn't wait any longer to talk about him. And after listening to him on the JJ Redick podcast, I really felt like I had to make this video right now, because unlike last year where Randle was playing well and Knicks were losing most of their games, this year is different. Julius Randle so far this season has been absolutely killer in the clutch, and even though recently some of the calls haven't been going his way, we've also been seeing him get buckets in crunch time and put teams away night in and night out. There are so many things that have elevated Julius Randle's game to the all-star player he is now, but let's just dive right into the things that he improved on in his game, because this is what makes many people believe that he is the most valuable player to the Knicks and on the whole team in general. Julius Randle is honestly to me very similar to Brandon Ingram with the way he chooses to spend his time during the offseason, and that's a big reason why I believe he could be a superstar sooner than people think. There are many players like Brandon Ingram, but I believe that he is by far the biggest example of what we've seen in recent years. If you want to talk about someone who is in the lab all offseason and improving all aspects of their game, it's these two guys. Both came into the league with major flaws, and many people didn't think they would be stars after seeing them play in their young years, but every offseason, these guys chose an aspect of their game they lacked to master. And to say that it has paid off for both of them is an absolute understatement. If you guys haven't tuned into a game with Brandon Ingram yet this year, let me just say that you need to before the season ends, because he is undeniably one of the most underrated players in the league, and I believe that he could put the Pelicans on the map with the help of Zion Williamson very soon. That's how good he is. Brandon Ingram was a clear case of steady improvement every year, but Julius Randle on the other hand, well, he took his leap because he finally decided to develop one aspect of his game that has had the biggest impact for him in the Knicks. That thing being his three ball, and to say that he has it dialed in now is an absolute understatement. Believe it or not, Julius Randle was really never a shooter until this year, and that's just because he really never thought it was a part of his game. Up until this point, Julius Randle was your typical 6'8" forward that could get you buckets inside when needed and defend, but was never really a lethal offensive threat, being that nowadays you need a three ball in your bag to be putting up the numbers that Randle is at this point in time. But as crazy as this sounds, the addition of the three ball to Randle's arsenal wasn't even his idea. He said on a podcast recently that one of the trainers saw him pull up from three one day in practice and said that he had the form and mechanics to be a great shooter in the league. So Randle, being the hard worker that he is, decided to put in some work and develop his shot. What makes the story even better though is that Randle said the main thing he had to work on to improve his three ball was simply his footwork, which truly is a prime example of how some small changes can make a big impact, and the stats don't lie. With his first full season with the Lakers, Julius Randle shot less than 1 3 per game and only made 27% of them, but now Randle is shooting nearly 5 trays a game and making 43% of them, which is absolutely insane. Now this might not seem like a lot for some of you, but that's around 15 points per game from Randle, which is the main reason why his 23 points per game average was so achievable for him. I believe that adding the three ball to his game is by far the biggest reason that Randle has turned into a legit star this year, but there's definitely some other reasons as well, some of which explain exactly why the Knicks have a chance at making a solid playoffs run this year as well. It's no secret by now that the Knicks have been at the bottom of the league for a very long time, but this year they made a move in their front office to replace their coach, which although it was debatable at the time, now it is looking like it was the best decision this Knicks team could have made. Tom Thibodeau was the choice that the Knicks went with for the coach, and let me just say there was no better coach they could have paired with Randle in my eyes. We all know that Julius Randle loves the grind and putting in work, and that he pushes as hard as anyone in the league to improve his craft, and Tom Thibodeau is the best coach for these types of players. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, as a diehard Timberwolves fan, when Tibbs was with the Wolves, I overall just didn't think he was a great fit, and I wasn't really a big fan. Even though I was right about the fit, I have completely changed my mind on Tibbs because in my eyes, I just think that some of the Timberwolves players were straight up lazy. I mean, look at Jimmy Butler. He's the kind of guy that is willing to put it all out there every night, and it was great with Tibbs. But guys like Karl-Anthony Towns and Wiggins, who weren't like Jimmy Butler in that way, had constant tension with the coach. Julius Randle is just like Jimmy Butler in my opinion, someone who wants to put in the work all day every day to get better and improve their legacy. And it's safe to say that Tibbs has helped Randle do this in a big way. Just a few weeks ago, Julius Randle talked about how much confidence he has been given from Coach Tibbs and the fact that it's a big reason why he's been playing at a star level this year. When you have a coach that gives you the keys to a team, believes in you, and pushes you to your limits all at the same time, there is no doubt that you will succeed. Randle has stepped up in every way needed and has been getting so much time on the court that he's getting twice as much experience as other players his age, and the stats don't lie. So far this year, Julius Randle has played the most minutes out of anyone in the whole NBA with a staggering total of 1,668 minutes at the time of making this video. Sure, this isn't the best for Randle because it puts him at a high risk for injury, but it shows the confidence that Tibbs has in him for sure. Tom Thibodeau is the type of guy who will play whoever is playing the best for his team, even if it means benching a star player and letting a hot role player stay in the game. This just shows how much Tibbs believes in Randle because he plays him for nearly the whole game every single game, which means that in the coach's eyes, Randle is always playing very well and is indefinitely the leader of this team. We already knew that Julius Randle was playing at an insanely high level though. What we have to discuss is the fact that he's been in MVP talks lately among Knicks fans. Now, do I believe that Julius Randle will win the MVP award? Unfortunately, no, and it's not even close, because the fact is, the New York Knicks have been playing great basketball for their standards, but they still have a record of 500. So compared to other guys like Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, and even Harden who are on contenders leading their teams to wins, it's just not realistic to see Randle in this category. What I do believe though is that Julius Randle should receive the most improved player of the year by far, because my man has elevated his game to new heights and there is no denying that. Stats don't lie, and even though I said that Randle's 3-ball has made him so much better, this really puts it into perspective. In Julius Randle's first 4 seasons, which is 238 games played, he only made 37 threes, but this year, well, it's a different story because at the time of making this video, Julius Randle this year alone has made 90 threes in 45 games, which is 3 times what he did in his first 4 years in one season that isn't even over yet. Absolutely insane. Because of this stat alone and the fact that it is the main reason why the Knicks aren't garbage like they usually are, I believe that Julius Randle 100% deserves the Most Improved Player of the Year award, not only because he has improved as a player, but he also has improved this team so much. This may be a hot take, but I believe that the Knicks will be one of the best teams in the whole league in just a few years, and no, I'm not joking. There is a huge chance that this happens. If the Knicks are able to hold on to all their young talent they have, in my eyes, they have the next 3-headed monster super team in Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickley. Don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying that the Knicks will be the best team in the league as quickly as next year, but it is possible. Julius Randle is just entering his prime, being that he is 26 years old, and the other younger guys will continue to develop alongside him. And as sad as it sounds, we only have so many years left with guys like LeBron, KD, and the Splash Bros, and everyone else in that era in the league. And I believe that this young Knicks team is the next in line for dominance once these players begin to decline or are out of the league. And even with the star players I mentioned hooping at the level they are right now, this Knicks team still has a good chance to compete with the best teams once they get a little more experience under their belts. I mean, RJ Barrett is only 20 years old, Emmanuel Quickley is 21, and Julius Randle isn't that far ahead at age 26 like I said. In my eyes, this Knicks team is set up just like the Lakers were in the past. They drafted so much good talent in D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and even Julius Randle himself. The problem was, they just weren't patient with these guys, but look at them now after they've had some time to develop. In my eyes, the Knicks are in the same situation. All they have to do is stay patient and wait a few years for these guys to reach their peak, and when they do, this will be something truly special. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, it would be greatly appreciated if you subscribed if you're new and joined the Woods crew, as well as leaving a like down below. But regardless, I really appreciate all you guys still watching. Catch y'all on the next one. Woods out.